I went to hell this week, and this inspired me to do this video because I know that as humans, many times we go into this dark hole thinking that we're never gonna make it, that is impossible, that life is just for you to suffer, there's nothing better than that. It's been long since I was in that dark hole for so long, and it helped me to build compassion and remember how awful it felt when I was there, when I was in darkness. I suffered from depression. I couldn't feel happiness at all. So it kind of brought me back to that place and have a lot of compassion for those who are in this phase of life. I'm back to heaven. I'm back to a place where I'm in thriving energy, and I'm going to share with you how I was able to be out of that hole. First, I received a lot of coaching from my coach, coaching myself, journaling, writing down my thoughts, understanding why all these dark perceptions were coming out again in this point of my life. Not only I was getting all those thoughts, but also I was judging myself from having those thoughts. And judgment creates a lot of shame. Those are just patterns in your brain that you grew up with because when you were little, you felt that you were not worth it, you were not loved, you were not validated, you didn't feel safe. Nobody could teach you how to process those feelings, how to understand that since you are born, you're worth it, you matter, you are a miracle. It's hard for me sometimes to believe that because when I was little, I grew up believing that I was not loved. What was the point of me being here? I was not worth it. My presence was not valuable at all, and a lot of people believe this. And when I'm out of that bubble and I see all these incredible people believing this, I'm like, oh shoot, this is me as well. And it feels painful to see all these incredible human beings wanting to end their life because they feel nothing will work for them. So that's why here I'm going to share all my thoughts. If you resonate, I'm just sharing these to tell you you're not alone, and there's a way to just go back to that place where you feel connected and centered, where you feel joy, where you feel that, okay, let's continue, let's keep going. My thoughts, those wrong perceptions are, I'm not valuable, I'm not enough, I don't matter, I'm back, like I'm not making any progress, I'm actually going backwards, and this feels awful. It is not safe to be me. If I share, because I heard in the past from one of my family members, if I share my weaknesses, if I'm vulnerable, people will take advantage of it. That means like people won't see me with love anymore, or people won't respect me anymore. People will feel like, ooh, I don't want to be with this person anymore. Kind of like they never gonna embrace your dark side, so you will be rejected fully forever. So your brain translates this, you are literally dying. So yes, those are my thoughts that sometimes come out. And because I've been growing, investing a lot in myself, I'm ready for that version of me who is more connected, who appreciates life even more every single day, who is present. Those dark perceptions get louder. So when my coach told me, remember that when you're growing, those dark perceptions, those thoughts, those toxic thoughts, is stories in your brain get louder to the point that you want to give up, because for your brain, this is super painful. It is a lot of energy. It drains you. No kidding, this week I felt fully drained. That's why I was like, damn, it's been long since I'm so many days in this darkness. But again, it was actually something good. This chaos gave me the opportunity to came out with this inspiring video to tell you I got you, and I know exactly what you can do. So number one, I received a lot of coaching. I was fully aware of all those perceptions. I wrote it down and I questioned it. And having someone who could help you see the scenario or the experience in a different way is what we call a mirror. Someone who can point out the blind spots, someone who can point out the patterns. So the more you see it, the easier it would be for you to overcome them, to know, okay, this is old, this is not new, and eventually I will be okay. Number two, I have a team of minded people who is also thriving, people who I feel safe with, sharing all of these thoughts. People I feel that even if my brain is telling me they're judging you, it's not true, because they make me feel safe with them. They love me. They are connected with me. We build a strong, vulnerable connection. So being surrounded by these people and having that team, you can reach out to them and express how you feel is super important. And I remember one time I was listening to this interview, Lily Collins, the actress of Emily in Paris, and she said one of the keys for me to be here was to have a team, a group of people who could hold me up, who could remind me who I was, who could see the value inside me, who were genuinely connected and loved me fully. So make sure that you find this tribe, these people who you can open up and you feel safe. Number three, when this happens, it's time for me to brainwash myself again. And the way I do it is by listening to podcasts 24/7, listening to videos of people who were struggling in the past. They are also entrepreneurs and they were thinking that it was not possible for them, but they finally thrived. They finally became successful after overcoming all this. That inspires you to believe that it's also possible for you. So again, podcasts, books. I was reading this book called Game of Life, super recommended. And books like this, we have thousands of them. So make sure this is what I call brainwashing yourself, your brain, to go back to light, because you are in darkness. So it's like how you can pull up yourself from that hole. Number four, that moment where you feel in that hole, is time to go back to gratefulness. You breathe, you can walk, you can see, you have food, you have a bed to sleep. Because in that moment, we forget all the things that we have that are precious and are a miracle. And this is what the brain does. So I don't judge you. And sometimes people are like, don't you see, you should be grateful for all this? Because I know being there is hard to see all the things, incredible things that we have in our life that we can be grateful for. So I know it's hard. That's why I kind of put it at the end, because I struggle sometimes to see all the miracles, all the blessings that I have right now. Because I need to take myself out of that hole to see, oh my gosh, I have all this and it's wonderful. Be able to see what really matters. These are the steps I follow to be back to light, to be back into my power, to keep going. Remember that life is so precious, that all those days that we are in darkness are days that we never gonna get back.